So now we have problem number C. Problem number C is a little different. So what we want to do is that problem number C is that we want to find the derivative of the limit as x approaches 1 of the square root of x. So now you may be thinking, just plug it in. No, we can't really do that. What we're gonna have to do is that we're gonna have to use an identity because we're trying to find the derivative, not the limit. So what we have to do is that we're gonna use the identity f of a plus h minus f of a over h, where this is the same thing as if you was 1x, and then this is also your x. So then what you would have to, so now what you do is that you go ahead and fill it in. So now we have our f of a, or our f of a plus h will be the same thing as x plus h, square root of x plus h, and then our f of a would be our x over the square root of x multiplied by h. Now, similar to what we did on the previous problem, we will go ahead and we will take the conjugate of our math problem. So then what we'll do is that we'll go ahead and we'll multiply by our conjugate. So then we go ahead and multiply by square root of x plus h plus the square root of x. And then we do the same thing to the bottom. The conjugate is nothing more than you just reversing this middle sign right here. So it's nothing more than multiply middle sign right there. So then now what we do is that we go ahead and we multiply across. So we multiply across, we would get something like this. We would go ahead and multiply here to here. Then what we get is that we get x plus h. And if you multiply here to here, we get plus square root of x multiplied by the square root of x plus h. And then if we multiply here to here, we get the negative version over what's over there of square root of x plus h. And then we'll get is also x, or minus x. All this is over h times our conjugate. And now we have some things we cancel out. So now notice that these will go ahead and cancel out each other, which then leaves us with x plus h minus x over h of our conjugate. So now notice that we pretty much have our conjugate over x plus h minus x. But now notice that that these two x at the top can also cancel out. So now we're just left with h over h times x plus h plus the square root of x. So now what we do is that now the h's cancel out, and now what we get is 1 over x plus h plus the square root of x. Now in order to finish this problem off, in order to completely solve it, what we will do is that we'll go ahead and we'll fill in the bottom of this fraction of the fraction. So what we get is that we get 1 over the square root of 1 plus 0, because our h is equal to 0. H of 0 plus the square root of 0, which is simply 0. So what we get is 1 over the square root of 1, which is also equal to 1. So what that means is that our derivative of the limit as x approaches 1 of the square root of x is also equal to